Hello everyone, welcome back to another video in my Pokemon Champions journey, or seemingly very long journey. But if you know anything about Pokemon journeys, it's how long they are. Well, I guess in this case it's more of a slow journey. But anyway, let's get to the video. So this video is basically a continuation of the previous, where we where we managed to get a 10-win streak with our starter team. Well, after some modifications, that is. And I realized in the last video I didn't really get into the Pokemon that I'll be using, so I guess I'll do that quickly before we get into the battles. So our first Pokemon is Palafin, and Palafin is basically our lead. We want to lead Palafin, maybe flip turn or switch out just so we can get our ability activated. And we're running max attack, max speed, automatic nature, with the moves Wave Crash, Flip Turn, Close Combat, and Throw Chop. And Close Combat and Throw Chop are just basically some additional coverage moves that we have on here to for some Pokemon that's gonna resist our stab moves. It's also carrying the item Mystic Water, just so we can get some extra damage with our water type moves, along with stab, of course. So our next Pokemon is Hydreigon, which is a Choice Scarfed Timid, max speed, max special attack, with the moves Draco Meteor, Dark Pulse, Flamethrower, and Flash Cannon. And basically, Flamethrower and Flash Cannon are on here for some extra coverage, and Flash Cannon especially to hit fairies, which resists our but usually resist our Dark Pulse, and are immune to our Draco Meteor. So Hydreigon has a pretty high special attack stat, and we just want it to be faster than some of the common threats out there, so we can outspeed them and deal some damage to them, and hopefully get some quick KOs with it. And our final Pokemon is Gengar here, which is Timid, max speed, max special attack, with the moves Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Focus Blast, and Destiny Bond. So this Gengar has Focus Sash, and what we want to do with it is to basically get some revenge KOs and hopefully survive a hit, and then we can Destiny Bond to take our attacker with us. So usually we want to get 2 KOs with Gengar. Otherwise we can just Destiny Bond. Depends on how the game goes, of course, and hopefully even take 1 with us. So this team is fairly balanced, or well, at least to me, because we can switch into one of our other Pokemon just to take a hit that the other wouldn't want to take, like Hydreigon, for example. It's Tri-Scarfed, so we're gonna get stuck into a move. So if we select Draco or Dark Pulse, for instance, and Fairy comes in, we can easily switch into Gengar, which should be able to resist and threaten that Fairy. The main challenge is, of course, Palafin to get its ability activated. So we are gonna potentially be taking a free hit, or well, the opponents are gonna get a free hit. But you'll see me staying in sometimes just to try to scout or to threaten because it still has a fairly high attack, even in its base form, and it does have the Mystic Water item as well. So it can do a fair bit of damage before we try to switch and get the game really progressing. And yeah, with that out of the way, we can get into the battles. And just a quick little note here, this is these are some low tier battles, and it doesn't the team is still very versatile, but I just want to put that out there. While we did manage to get a 10-win streak with it, it was pretty low in the ladder, and that still shouldn't speak really badly about how versatile this team is, if anybody wants to try it, of course. Alright, so looking at our opponent's team, Palafin really does well, or it seems to do well here, because we have our close combat. So that's a check for the King Gambit, the Greninja, Crocodile, and the Charizard are gonna get heavily hit by our water attack, so it's pretty good coverage. And then we can Hydreigon here for the potential Mega Dragonite, and for that Rotom. And then Gengar, of course. So seems like a pretty good matchup heading in. And so we can let's get into it. Alright, see what they lead. Right, so they lead Rotom here, which is pretty bad for us, especially if it's a Scarf Rotom. So uh, it's a pretty risky play to make. But I think the best we can do here is to try to flip. I believe if it's carved, we should leave that Voltus, because that's what I think it wants to do here. So I think I can just go ahead and flip turn here, and hopefully it's not scarfed. So let's flip. Oh good, we don't see a scarf, so it's pretty good for us. So we can flip turn and go into our Hydreigon here. And we don't want to go into Gengar, of course, because we don't want to break our focus dash. And yeah, they Volt Switch. Let's see what they bring out. Oh, Dragonite, yeah. So Dragonite is a pretty big counter to our team from well, at least what I noticed from the casual battles, of course. And the main choice here would be Gengar, because Palafin doesn't really hit it. Yeah, Palafin doesn't really hit it very well, so the best would be to go to Gengar, and of course Destiny Bond to try to take it with us if it KOs us. Yeah, we're really thinking about sending in the Palafin here, but in hindsight, like, just really thinking about it, it's not really gonna go well for us, especially if it's a setup Dragonite, right? Setup Mega Dragonite. Alright, so let's go Gengar. And yeah, so that's one of the things with Hydreigon, right? Like, Dragonite has multi-scale, so it's definitely gonna KO our Hydreigon, because our first hit isn't gonna do that much, and then we're probably just gonna die. Let's say, yeah, definitely not gonna survive a Draco here. So the best move was to switch here. And now we can Destiny Bond. This is the main way to that I've had to deal with Dragonites, and Mega Dragonites too. Unfortunately, Gengar doesn't get to attack, but we do take the Dragonite with us, which is pretty huge actually. So that's one out of the way for them, and of course we lose one too. And yeah, let's go back to Palafin here. I think they'd wanna go Rotom again, but I still think the best play is to go our Palafin, just to see if they wanna go to their other mon. Yeah, so here's the Rotom. Now we can just flip turn again back into our Hydreigon. It's a good thing it's not choiced. Try Scarf at least. Yes, Citrus Berry. Not really great, but better than the Choice Scarf. Yep, and there's the Volt Switch. Now let's see what their last is. Gambit. Okay, not bad. So it's a good thing that we do have our Flamethrower here for steel types like Kingambit here, which would resist our Dark Pulse. So that's Flamethrower. Didn't do that much actually, but still some damage. And it Iron Heads here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that puts us in Sucker Punch range. So we're definitely not trying to stay in here. So let's go Palafin, and then we can close combat to get rid of this King Gambit. Yeah, so there's a sucker. That's the only thing they could do after all, because, well, I guess they could have attacked because the flamethrower wouldn't kill. But yeah, let's close combat here. Get rid of this King Gambit, and if the Rotom wants to come in, then some damage on it. Yeah, so the King Gambit goes down. And then they're down to 1. And I think from here it's pretty much game. Because our Palafin and Hydreigon do outspeed this Rotom, so it's just a matter of whittling it down. So we'll just close combat here again. It's probably gonna take us out with the what, I guess, Thunderbolt or whatever other electric coverage it has. But we'll just close combat for some damage. Oh, and it almost knocks it out. Yeah, we got onto the Volt Switch, and then we can just come back in here with our Hydreigon and just clean up with a Dark Pulse. Yeah, so pretty close game overall, but it's a good thing that our mons are speedy and do a lot of damage. Yep, and there's the Dark Pulse for the game. Yep, and GG's. It's a pretty good game. Right, so on to game 2 here. Looking at the opponent's team, we do see that T-Tar and Pelipper. So potential Sand and or Rain. And that Incineroar in the back there. Usually when they bring Incineroar, they want to lead with it. So our Palafin here, they bring the Incineroar, so our Palafin here is a good start. And what they usually do is some fake out parting shot shenanigans. So let's just go ahead and flip turn out of here and get in our Hydreigon to resist. Well, if they start to attack to resist the their Dark type move. And we don't see a fake out here, which is pretty strange, but I guess they're gonna go straight for the parting shot. So let's go Hydreigon here. Try to threaten it. Yeah. See what they bring. Also another Gengar. So yeah, of course it would be the Dragonite I meant, and unfortunately for Gengar here, it's gonna have to take another Drake, which right to the face. But hopefully we can get the KO with the Destiny one. But I really can't tell you guys how many Dracos this Gengar has taken to the face, but unfortunately, it's really no other choice when facing a Mega Dragonite. I really hate to do it to Gengar, but we don't really have another choice at the moment. So yeah. So we live with Focus Sash, and now we can Destiny Bond to hopefully take this Dragonite with us. So yeah, Destiny Bond. Oh, and Hurricane. Well, unfortunately for them, they don't miss. So that's a GG's for the Dragonite. And obviously, Gengar here doing its job. That's what we really want to do. But we'd still want to do at least one turn of damage before we go for the Destinamon. But still the same end game. Let's go back Palafin here, just in case they bring out the Incineroar. In that case, we can go straight for the wave crash. Oh, and they bring the Whimsicott here. I'm pretty. I definitely don't outspeed this. So and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to live the Giga Drain if they go for that. So I think I'll just try to flip turn here just so we can have that little bit of extra damage for our Dragon to come in and hopefully get the KO. Yeah. So yeah, flip turn. Yeah, definitely win that Giga Drain, and then we can flip turn here just to do some additional damage. Yeah, and yeah, that's quite a bit of damage. Whimsicott isn't known to be bulky after all. It's fast and prankster, I believe. So yeah, so here I think flamethrower does more than flash cannon. Yeah, so let's go for flamethrower and we should pick up the KO here. The only fallback, I guess it's a fallback for either move. Because the Incineroar does resist both the Steel type and Fire type move, so I guess just opting for the higher damage is the safest play anyway. And now we can just spam some flamethrowers until this Incineroar KOs us. Yeah, so yeah, that does fair damage. And they have a citrus, so yeah, so definitely wanna just keep spamming these flamethrowers because yeah, we definitely don't want to take a Darkest Lyrat from this Incineroar here into our Palafin. So just gotta keep taking that flamethrower. And I think even from that point, Wave Crash should take out the Incineroar, but there's no point switching if we're gonna risk potential KO from our or on the Palafin here. And I'm not sure a Draco would be able to come even if it connects. I'm not sure a Draco would be able to take out Incineroar from, or maybe it will, but I guess we'll never know because I'm just gonna keep spamming flamethrowers here. Alright, and then one more and we should go down. Alright, so we finally go down, and then we can just go Palafin for the cleanup. It's a good thing Incineroar doesn't have any priority moves. Right, so the last wave crash for the game, and GG's to our opponents. I guess they played well. Well, we both played well considering. So yep, GG's. That's the game. Alright, on to our final battle, or at least our final battle for this 10-win streak. We do have a bonus battle that I do want to share with you guys. So looking at this opponent's team, yeah, it's a pretty threatening team here. Sneasler and Incineroar are well, I guess the anticipated leads here for Fake Out, and whatever else they want to do. But we can only see when we get into the match. So let's see who they lead with. Oh, they lead with Garchomp. It was unexpected, but they Palafin here. So let's just try to flip turn out. Oh, and they protect. Yeah, it's very unexpected, but what can we do? I guess Wave Crash again, but no, let's just flip turn here to see if it's scarfed. Yeah, it's not scarfed, but it is a Gartom. So the decision here is who takes a hit. It's unfortunate that they remove the levitate from Gengar, but what can we do? So it may want to go for Earthquake or Dragon Claw, well, a Dragon move, Dragon Claw or Outrage. So in any case, one of these Pokemon are gonna potentially die. But the question is who? If we go Hydreigon and the Earthquake, then it's gonna be good for us because we can get the revenge. But yeah, since we have the sash with the Gengar, it's really the only well, it's the most ideal play considering that they can do a Dragon move and they Earthquake. So in hindsight, we should have gone Hydreigon, and we really do hate to do it to we really do hate to do it to our Gengar here, but we do have the sash, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna want to protect here, so we can't just go for the Destiny Bond off the bat. So that yeah, there's the protect. So Shadow Ball, and then we can try to Destiny Bond, and hopefully they stay in, attack us, and they go down. And we did see earlier that it's not a Scarf Garchomp, so Gengar is definitely faster. And I promise you guys, Gengar, I promise you this isn't the only thing Gengar can do. It does hit hard, and it outspeeds a lot of Pokemon. So unfortunately for this round, we only get to see it do one thing, and that's Destiny Bond. But considering the other options that we have, the best we could do. Oh yeah, let's go back to let's go Palafin here because we don't know what their last is. We don't want to show them our last either. And it's always a Charizard. This is another one that we did have some challenges dealing with in our practice matches. But let's just go Wave Crash here. We do have our item, so if it's not, it's a Charizard Y, so this should take out even in the sun, unless it's a pretty bulkily trained Charizard. This should go down. Oh, yeah, this may be even a yeah. We got a really nice crit there. Nice for us. I'm pretty sure the opponent is thinking that it's not thinking the same way. But yeah, we do get a nice crit there, and the Charizard does go down. But from what I experienced, if it's not a bulky Charizard, then that would have killed regardless. And then the last is Basculegion. Yeah, this is the most common one that I've seen is a Tri-Scarf Last Respects or Wave Crash Basculegion. And then we just have our Hydreigon here to pretty much clean up. Not really much it can do against our Hydreigon, unless it crits us. But we are Scarf, so we're gonna be able to hit it twice before it can hit us twice. So yeah, it's a pretty good match, and you can see here how well this team does, even against some pretty threatening Pokemon. So it's just a pretty good team. It's pretty versatile, and yeah. So yeah, final Dark Pulse to take out this Basculegion and win us the game. And the GG's to our opponents. The crit for us was really unfortunate for them, but they do happen, and that's how it goes. So yeah, GG's. Alright, onto our bonus match here, which is a pretty dicey game, if I say so myself. From their team, I do see an Espathra. I didn't even know that this thing was in the game, but I think they would want to lead with that because of its ability. We do see Feraligatr here, potentially Mega Feraligatr, which is a pretty cool Pokemon and one that I actually do want to use, but I haven't been able to recruit it yet, so I may just have to end up using it when I import my Pokemon in from home. And we also see Serperior here, Beedrill, and Sylveon, and then their Dragon. I'm forgetting the name at the moment. Kumo. if I'm pronouncing it properly. But yeah, let's just lead lead with our Palafin and bring our Hydreigon and Gengar in the back. So let's see how we do. Yeah, and the Espresso lead as predicted. But we do wanna let's try to flip turn. I'm pretty sure they're gonna protect just to get their ability activated and just to try to flip turn to maybe trick them. But I think I'll just go for the throw chop here to try to hopefully get a KO. We do have some pretty high attack. And this thing normally does wanna I thought it would Calm Mind because that's how I'm used to it doing it. But Hypnosis, is there even even a sleep clause in this game? Hopefully there is, because this thing is just gonna put all my Pokemon to sleep and then I'm gonna end up dying. But we do have our Hydreigon here to resist, so let's switch in. And the Baton Pass, yep, there's the Baton Pass. Although I'm not sure why they didn't Calm Mind. So that's I believe two speed boosts for whatever Pokemon is coming in. Hopefully it's a slow one. Oh, it's a Feraligatr. Yeah, I'm not sure we want to take any hits from this. And it gets, if it's the Mega Feraligatr, it does get that Dragonize ability, which is gonna be very bad for our Hydreigon here. So I think the best we can do is to switch. And we really do hate to do it, but we gotta sack this Palafin here, and then we can go into our Gengar. And we'll show you what Gengar actually does. So we're gonna make it work in this game. Hopefully we can trick this. Oh wow, we survived this first hit. Huh. Unexpected from a Mega Feraligatr, but it's good to see. We are just gonna go. I don't even know why they're aqua jetting here. They're already +2, so they should be outspeeding us anyway. But yeah, let's go into Gengar. And they're already at +2, so I think they do outspeed us. Do they? Well, maybe if they're max speed they do, but so what we can do here is go Gengar. Yeah, it's pointless to go Hydreigon because they are gonna just get the KO. So we'll just go Gengar here, and we're gonna live with a Sash. So I think we have to Destiny Bond, so they'll get KO'd regardless. And if they'll see our Destiny Bond, and then they may want to switch, and then we can maybe Shadow Ball or Sludge Wave just to get some damage on whatever comes in. And looking at their team, I do think Shadow Ball is the better play here, especially if the Espather comes in. So after we Destiny Bond, we'll Shadow Ball if they want to switch. If they don't want the Feraligatr to die, they will switch, and then we'll get a hit onto whatever comes in. So yeah, there's the Liquidation to bring us down to our Sash. And then the Destiny Bond. So they may want to switch here, or at least if it was me, I'd switch, because they do have the upper hand with regards to speed, so they are gonna move first, and then we Shadow Ball to oh, they don't switch here, so and pretty fortunate for us, they don't miss that Rock Tomb, and we do get to take the Feraligatr with us. But we are down actually 2, and they're up. So let's put this Hydreigon to work. And it makes no sense Espatha comes in, so the best we can do here is Dark Pulse, but they are gonna protect, obviously, to get the speed boost. But we are Scarf, so we should outspeed anyway. So yeah, let's see what happens. Dark Pulse. Oh, and they're sashed. Sucks. Hypnosis, but Oh, and a miss for them. But does it even affect us? Isn't it a psychic move? Is that how it works? And they are faster now. Oh, and they missed the other. They missed the other hypnosis. Which sucks for them. Yeah, that's what they get. This hypnosis thing is pretty. It gets annoying. So that's what this player gets for using hypnosis like that. Because I'm pretty sure if they well, I don't think they'd have a what's that move? Lumina Crash, is it? But I don't think that works anyway. But yeah, their superior comes in here, so pretty unfortunate for them. But I would have gotten out. I would not have been risking that, risking those hypnoses. So I guess unfortunate for them. Pretty funny for me. And we another unfortunate finish for them. They must be flipping out on the other side of their game. But that's how it goes. If you try to use these annoying tactics, then that's how you get punished. So yeah, we do win that, and pretty luckily at that. I like based on how it was going, I don't think we would have won that. So, and that's actually the bonus game is actually us winning another game as a part of the streak. So we do get to 11 wins with this team, and we do love to see it. So yeah, that was a pretty intense game. I really didn't think we were gonna win it, but you never know how these games go, especially with these hacks. So yeah, GG's. And yeah, we are gonna end it here for this video. And I know it's been a bit slow, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the other one.